Okay. Recording live. Hey guys, welcome to another episode. Off to a good start. Welcome to another episode of Overthinkers Society with Sue Lee. I'm Sue. Hello, welcome. If it's your first time listening, I make music and I sometimes dance. Have a little too much fun with it. I've started this little vlog series / podcast series to kind of do a little rambling session about a few topics that have been going on in my mind, just to kind of make sense of it all. Usually making music about the kind of prominent things that go on in my head helps most of the time, but sometimes it takes a while to just finish off a song, and then I would have other like streams of thoughts that's kind of driving me crazy or just kind of in the back of my mind all the time, like constantly. So I've started this little rambling series just to kind of have an extra outlet to just let the steam out, you know? And it's been great. It's been great actually talking with you guys how you guys feel the same way. And last time I talked about food, and then I talked about how much love I have for soggy Cheetos and soggy kind of like crisps and stuff. And you guys actually, some of you guys in the comments have actually said that you have the same kind of pull towards soggy Cheetos. So, yep. Kudos to you guys. Kudos to us all. Soggy Cheetos gang. Let's go. Yes, let's go. Woo. This week, I think I'm going to be talking about dancing. I'll Just Dance, which is one of my songs, is almost close to 1 million views on YouTube. I cannot believe it. As of this recording, it's Sunday afternoon today, here in South Korea, and I think I'm currently at around... I'm so bad with saying numbers, but I think it's around at like 9. Okay, I'm just gonna say it in numbers, just separate numbers. It's like currently 997,000 ish something at the moment, with views on YouTube with I'll Just Dance video. So I don't know if I'm guessing that it could reach 1 million pretty soon. But even if it doesn't, even now, 900K views is already the craziest thing ever. I still cannot believe it. So thank you so much. Thank you guys so much for those of you who've watched, shared, and given me such amazing feedback and your comments and your DMs and your support. It's been amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you. So yeah, I'll be talking about dancing in this episode as a little celebration of a close to 1 million views on YouTube for I'll Just Dance. But also I think this week could just, in general, could be a very dance-filled one. I'm thinking about making a celebratory dancing tutorial video just to add a bit more fun and to celebrate. I'm thinking about doing like a really crappy dance tutorial. Actually, a lot of you guys have been asking me to do a dance tutorial on some of the moves. I've been replying to these comments saying that I don't think I'm not qualified to do dance tutorials. I'm not qualified at all. But you know what? If that's what you guys want, I'll do it. And it's gonna be, you gotta expect and expect from me the worst of the worst dance tutorial that you'll ever have seen. The lamest, the uncoolest, the baddest, the worst, the most uncoordinated, unsexiest dance tutorial that you will have ever seen. I'll see if I can whip something up. Coming later this week, coming soon. I love dancing, and I mean, dancing is not for everyone, and I know of some people who don't really like dancing, who don't really like who don't really dance at all. You know, people like, oh, do you dance? And I don't, and one of those people who go like, I don't dance. It's not my thing. But let's be honest here. We've all danced at least once in our lives. Whether that may be like a public dancing or like just privately dancing, and also like define dance. What even is dance? Does it even have to be like a sexy, coordinated, like choreographed moves? Or it could it I personally think that dancing could be just anything. Even if it's like just you walking down the street listening to your favorite jams of your favorite musician, and it's just you just kind of like doing these one of these like little like, like grooving. I think that's a dance as well. I do a lot of those. I do a lot of those like personal, private, very like keep it to myself kind of groovy dancing where I would just kind of be sitting there doing some stuff on my laptop with my favorite song playing in the background, and I'd just be like, yeah, 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 do 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 do, yeah, yeah, and then that would just turn into a whole dancing session. That's a whole different thing. But I love just kind of grooving. I just love moving when I listen to music. And it just happens naturally. And I think it happens to all of us. It's just kind of dancing goes hand in hand with the experience of listening to music. It's just the whole part of the experience, I guess. The whole part of self-expression, the whole part of enjoying art. I have lots of memories with dancing. As much as even as you know how with music, I think I think it was somebody in the comments once, or maybe it was just like a quote from somebody, but I once heard something like how music and songs are almost kind of like a photo album of some of our most kind of precious, prominent memories in our lives. You know how you listen to a song, a long forgotten song, that just randomly plays in your playlist, and you haven't listened to that song in a while, and and listening to that song reminds you of all the memories that are associated with that song. I certainly have a few like that. And the same goes with dancing as well. I wouldn't say like a particular dance is associated with a particular memory, but I certainly do have a lot of memories with dancing that just kind of brings out a whole like sentiment about certain memories. Like the time I ever had my first and last snowball dancing, which is sad. I've never I think it was at a friend's bar mitzvah, and I'd never had danced with anybody else before, like the whole like waltzing type. So I never waltzed, I never danced with a partner before, and that was like the first time I ever did snowball dancing. And so I guess that's a memory associated with snowball dancing and waltzing. And I got to dance for the first time with my crush at the time. So it was it was a very, very exquisite experience. Sadly, I have not done any sort of partner dance, any sort of like waltzing with a partner, with the whole like partner dance ever since. And also, it's kind of sad that I've never been to a formal prom before in my life. I've been to like dance parties. I've been to like kind of balls, I guess, but not a formal prom in my life, like a high school prom. I've never had that. In Korea, we don't have proms. I mean, we have graduation, I guess, and we play music, and there's concerts and stuff like that, and people just show up in their uniforms. We don't have like formal dance parties, I don't think. Not that I know of in South Korea. So I've never been to we never had like high school proms. We never had middle school proms or whatever. I've never been to a prom before. So that snowball dancing was the first and last to this date experience for me, having danced with a partner and also with my crush. So it was one of a kind experience. I remember I also danced, and also like I remember dancing was also like the first icebreaker for me when I moved to America. I I don't, I know it may not seem like it, but I can actually get quite shy. I can actually get quite shy around new people, and especially at the time when I first moved to America, I was in a place where like everything was so new. You know, I'd never seen I've never been around so many foreign people before. It's always all my life. It's always been just kind of Koreans, just Koreans all around. So when I first moved to America, it was like a very intense there was a very intense period where I was like super shy and I wanted friends, but I didn't necessarily know how to talk to people. And I was like extra awkward on top of the already awkward levels that I was at. Um, and then after a few months of being super shy, I was invited to a friend's birthday party uh, where where I was still very shy, but we had like a little dancing session where it was just kind of moving and just a little disco party, I guess. And I like at first I was just kind of like just kind of like shy dancing, but then I guess it was just I guess it was just kind of the music, and it was just I could not stand the groove anymore. So I just went full out. Like I just went all out. Just all out. I was like, frick this. I'm going to move. Let's dance. and and I remember like some of the kids there at the party was like, "Whoa." Like super taken off guard because they probably did not expect that much energy coming from such a shy kid, and that was the icebreaker for me. And I remember I made a lot of great friends that night at that party, and yeah, that kind of party was a nice little opening to a lot of great few years with friends living in America. Yeah. I also have a memory of having taken dance lessons. Um, I took several dance lessons actually. I've always been quite passionate about dancing. Like one thing that I can remember off the top of my head would be kind of the whole like standard after school dance classes where I learned to just dance at the gym in the school gym alongside like cooking lessons and acting lessons, etc., etc. I was one of those kids who put a lot more dedication to like the after school activities more so than the actual school activities like math or social studies or science or whatever because it's fun, you know. It's much more fun to learn dancing and acting and cooking than to just like sit there and study for exams. So I put a lot of dedication into after school activities like that. But yeah, those dance classes in the gym was super fun. Had a lot of fun just goofing around with friends. But I remember I took some like serious classes as well. Not like to become like a dancer, like a professional dancer, but I've always wanted to be a better dancer all my life. I guess I never really strived to be a better dancer. You know how K-pop idol trainees train like crazy hours, hours after hours of very intense practice, uh, to get to their level of being able to move so crazy good. I've never been like that in my life, but I have always wanted to move better, you know, move in I guess a less awkward way. Things have changed. I think I'm at a place where I'm just starting to own my moves and own my terrible dance skills and just embracing it. But but growing up I wanted to be a better dancer, be a sexier dancer, whatever that means. So I took classes as well. I took like urban hip hop dance classes. I took like jazz swing dance classes. Uh what else? Just kind of miscellaneous dance classes here and there growing up. And I guess one could say that that's the inspiration behind an unexplainable, uncategorizable dance moves that I have now. But in all honesty, I just move. I just move without really thinking nowadays. I have great admiration for dancers though. I look at a choreographer or like some really lovely dance scenes and music videos or something, and I would see it, I would sit down and see it and be like, wow, these guys are just kind of doing their really cool moves, and I'm here just, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. There's a band called Jungle. I don't know if they're actually called a band. I don't know if they could actually be called a band. I think they're just more like a collective of artists and singers and songwriters and producers. And they have amazing music, but their music videos are also equally super amazing. One of my favorites, some of my favorites would be from Jungle would be Cherry, Casio, and Heavy California. There's this man who's a dancer, presumably, most probably because he's such a good dancer, and he appears in both Cherry. Oh no, he appears in both Jungle and Heavy California music video, and he's kind of like this main character, this kind of main protagonist, if you will, who kind of stands in the center of everything, and he just like moves like he knows how to move. He knows it, and it's like a mixture. I don't. It's a bummer that I don't really know his name. I don't know if I can search him up, but like his moves are like a mixture of contemporary dance and like jazz, like a little bit of swing, groove, funky, like kind of a bit of Michael Jackson here and there, but like just unexplainable jumble of moves that are just awesome. So good. So how could somebody's body move so fluidly? And you have like these really like sexy, super good, refined, amazing dance moves, and then there's all just dance where I'm just in this really small room where I have to dance alongside my chair pushed back towards the wall and my futon folded in half, and just I have this little square of space to move around. And I'm not even planning out any of the moves. I'm just moving and see how it turns out. Yeah, I don't plan my moves. It's pretty obvious, isn't it? I don't plan my moves at all. I mean, I guess I do kind of, when I shoot videos, when I film for my music videos and dance videos, I guess I kind of lay out a rough idea of like, it's more of a nuance thing rather than the move in and of itself. I don't practice. I don't plan anything out specifically, but I do have ideas for like, oh, in this part of the song, maybe I'll do a little bit of a more cheery dance, or uh, maybe I'll spin around. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Uh, but it's generally just me vibing. Just see where the music takes me, see where the beats take me, and I just let the body move, let the body do its thing. Just like, just that. And I guess I can do that. I can do one of those things where I plan out a specifically choreographed dance moves, and I just like plan out every single moves, practice loads and loads and loads to have this like set kind of flow of movement where it could probably look better and more choreographed and more coordinated than all of my videos. But I'm like, I don't know if I want to. I like moving, and I like dancing. I just love letting my body just move wherever wherever the music takes me. And for me, and like I said, I've taken lessons, like dance lessons before, and I think for me, I never really got stressed taking these classes or anything, but remembering the dance moves and remembering the choreography have always like taken away the fun of moving around for me. And I guess like after I've gone over a certain point where I now have remembered all the moves, and it's like muscle memory. I've practiced so much that I can now just enjoy the pure joy of moving my body. But up until that point of like practicing and really learning the moves and remembering the moves, it's dancing is not as fun. It's for me, dancing is a very physical activity. It's something that I just love doing rather than like thinking and like, here, move here, like my arms there, my arms here, and I'm like spinning here, or I'm doing a backflip here, or like I'm doing a cool move here, and like my head's here and it can't be there. It's never really, dancing has never been like that for me, and when it has to be like that, it kind of takes away the fun of it. So yeah, I think that's what I'm doing with all of my videos, where I'm just kind of like, ooh yeah, let's do whatever I want to do. I'm just gonna move whatever I want to do. Let's just vibe, and it's fun. It's really fun. So I think I'm gonna keep doing that. I'm gonna keep doing that. Having said this, I do have things that I'd love to try someday. Like even starting from this dance tutorial that I'd love to kind of put out sometime this week, is I'm still gonna have a lot of fun, but I'd love to like have a lot of more of fun just kind of thinking of a funky dance move that I can just name in weird ways, and just put out to you guys for you guys to see. To be honest though, I think it's just gonna end up being the whole like just end up being as bad and cheesy and free formed as it always has. But even beyond that, even beyond the usual me just dancing in this room, this box place, I love to do more with dancing. Of course, I think having fun and being in my element and staying true to myself is going to be the most important part for me. And if I ever start to lose any of that, if I ever start to feel like, oh, this is not, I don't know, I'm not feeling this, I would stop. I would not want to do it. But I do have a dream to someday take this little world that I've built around in this little room outside of this room. That's kind of my dream for now. I want to dance in different environments. I want to dance with different people. I want to dance with you guys. Just kind of spice it up a little bit. But generally speaking, I want to dance at a bigger place than my room someday. That would be great. That would be great. I have so many things that I love to try. Not just with music, but also with the dances that I do. And the music videos that I make. I don't know if you've guys seen Baby Driver, the film. There's a scene, I'm pretty sure it was like the opening, it was closer to like the opening scene where Baby, who's the main protagonist of the film, is just walking down the street, and it's just in the beginning, it's just him listening to some songs. And he's just walking down the street, and it slowly becomes this kind of like a dancing kind of musical thing where he like slowly kind of does a few moves, and it becomes like this whole like full on like musical where he's just like flipping around in the middle of the street, and he just like he doesn't give a care about whatever, and he just ends up vibing in the street. I love those scenes in movies where it's just like this one one continuous shot of a person just doing his or her thing, just doing it. And I have this like whole fantasy with one shots, with one takes. Yeah, so I'd love to see if I can make a music video in that kind of style someday. It would be amazing. It would be so much fun. Be so much fun. But pretty bad if I did it. One thing's for sure, if I were to do a one take continuous shot whatever style music video, I'm probably going to have to expect myself to take well over 1,000 takes because I'm going to mess up really bad. I'm going to trip a lot. I'm probably just going to end up just stumbling into a wormhole. What actually is a wormhole? Because I want to know, like, am I saying it right? Wormhole is one of those, like, the little, like, drainage things on the ground with the metal. Is that what it's called? Wormholes? Because I don't know if it's like a space thing. Are wormholes space related? Or are they actually the drainage things on the ground? I don't know. I might have to search it up. I might have to Google it. Or maybe another fantasy, another like dream that I have is if I ever get to play live shows with you guys, I want to have like a little concert where it's the whole theme is like a disco party and we'll all show up in the dress code will be like everybody has to show up in disco clothes. And I'll show up in my whatever, if I own one, I'll buy one if I have to. We'll all show up in like those bell-bottom jeans, bell-bottom trousers, and like some funky sunglasses, even if it's like even if the show's like at 10 p.m. in the evening, and we'll just have a blast of a jam. Just have a little disco party together. It'll be so much fun. Dancing is so much more fun when you do it with other people. When you just rejoice in this fun event of just moving. It's nothing else but just moving to the music, to the groove. And it makes it so much more fun when you do it with other people. Just move and get drunk on the move itself. Get drunk on music. Fun. My dream to dance with you guys. I think all in all, dancing is good. Dancing is fun. Sexy or not, good or not, choreographed or not choreographed, dancing is good. Dancing heals. For me, dancing and making music and doodling here and there have been the greatest form of therapy for me so far. Much more therapeutic than I ever thought it could be. Prior to doing music, prior to making videos, whenever I had low days, I would just sit there. I would just sit there, and probably the best I could do was just stare at the wall for hours on end. That would be on better days. Other days I would just like cry, really cry, like a lot. And those help. All of them help. I think, we all have different ways of coping with bad days, bad emotions, negative feelings, and feeling sad and lonely. We all have our own methods and coping mechanisms, and some people find therapy very, very helpful. Some people find counseling very helpful. But for me, having tried a lot of these things myself, I find that dancing and making music has a lot greater effect on me positively than any other therapy or counseling sessions that I've ever tried. And it's just my personal experience. It's helped me a lot. So dancing is great. I love dancing. Love dancing. I'll keep dancing. I'll keep dancing until I can't physically. And when that time comes when my body's too weak to actually dance myself. Hopefully I'll be able to see my grandchildren dance on my behalf. Or hopefully I'll be able to maybe I'll train my cats to dance, and they can kind of dance on my behalf when I'm too weak to dance in my own body. You know, have you seen dancing cats? Cats have actually got some moves. There's some like head banging cats where it's just like meow 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 yo 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 meow 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 meow. Yeah, cats are amazing. Dancing cats are even more amazing. But yes, dancing is good. Pretty fun. If you haven't tried, maybe you should try. It's pretty fun. And if it doesn't turn out to be as good of an experience, lesson learned. I'll keep dancing for you. That's for sure. I'll keep singing and dancing for you guys. That's it for today's episode, I guess. Lots of dancing talks. Dancing is great. I love dancing, basically. But I ain't done with the whole dance talk this week. There's a whole lot of dancing coming later. The dance tutorial, like I mentioned, and I'm thinking maybe doing another cover later this week. So, and you would know by now that if I do a cover, I gotta do a dance. If I put out music, I gotta do a dance. I gotta do it. I just gotta do it. It just has to happen. I gotta. But anywho, thanks guys for sticking around this time, watching again. Thank you. And I don't know what I'm going to talk about next week. We'll see what we'll talk about. Always suggestions are welcome in the comments. I'm reading all of them all the time. So yeah, suggestions are welcome. Thank you guys for listening. See you guys next episode. See you guys next episode. Bye. Bye. Goodbye.